man, just look at him. What's up? I mean, why can't he be like everybody else? Why he gotta be different? I don't know, man. Just look at him. Look at him. Just look at him, man. Yeah, I seen him. Oh my God, I've been running all my life. They keep judging on my life, but I'm just trying to live my life. Oh my God, I've been running all my life. They keep judging on my life, but I'm just trying to live my life. Y'all keep judging and judging and judging me. Ain't one of your crew you better me. Y'all wanna see me in a white gown with wings acting like jewelry. Oh shit, y'all
Hi, my name is Emmanuel Eckow Amoako, popularly known as Clock, founder and CEO of Clockwork Brand, co-founder Snipers Basketball Academy, brand ambassador Swift Hoops by Dilys Swift, ex-captain and starting guard for KNUST basketball team and KSCS basketball team, two-time MVP Ripper Bounce, two-time MVP Sprites Ball Eastern Region, current MVP Kumasi Basketball League. And oh, my right leg is shorter than my left leg.
When I had Anas, it took a long time for me to have PK. So I had to go through a lot of treatment because I really wanted to have another child. In fact, I was told I could never have a child anymore. And you know, a woman always wants to have more children, most women. So I was really trying. My husband tried a lot. I was seeing my gynecologist, who happened to be my uncle. He really tried for me to be pregnant. Anytime we tried, miscarriage pops in, and then I get a bit sad. After trying for some time, he came. I was very happy. I remember the lab test that confirmed I was pregnant. I came home jumping, and you won't believe it, I had a party for children. I gave birth to PK in Police Hospital. I was the happiest person on earth. In fact, there was nothing wrong with him, honestly. I never knew that midwives do take measurements of babies until that day. This midwife took a tape, measured the circumference of the head, measured everything. I was shocked. I never knew they did that. That very day, I was discharged because there was nothing wrong with both of us. We went home. Everything was normal until one day, anytime I was trying to dress him up, bathe him, and then later I would play with him all the time. He was such a joy. So I would just hold his legs together and be jumping and turning him around. When he was about 3 months old, I did the same thing, try to dress him up on the mat, and then trying to hold the two legs together, I realized that it didn't look right. It didn't look right. So I tried again. I kept it to myself, and I said, no, this is not true, because it hasn't been like this. Then I would try it again. I realized the difference between the two, a little bit different. So I told my husband, and he said, are you sure? I said, yes. Okay, let's see. So everybody, we were trying to check whether it was right, or maybe it was just something that is playing on my mind. I don't know. So my husband said, okay, take him back to your uncle. So we went back to the hospital. My doctor said, no, we have to see the specialist, because he was a Ghanaian. So immediately he booked me to see the orthopedic section in Korle Bu. So we started Korle Bu from there, when he was about 3 months. And the story began from there.
My childhood was, I'm not sure I can find a word for my childhood. It was a bit fun, but very tough. Because the point I realized how I looked, physically, and how I walked, and how my friends had to remind me every time, it was tough. Because I didn't like it. And I couldn't show it so much because I wanted to play.
There was once children were playing around the house and he was there as usual. And then I was in the kitchen. I could hear from the kitchen window, the children, they were playing Mebansa Tiso, Nipansa, that sort of, that game. Little children. And then when I suspected that when it was Parker's turn, they said, Nani na kakakra. My goodness. I wept in the kitchen like a baby that has been smacked. I was not there, but the moment I heard, Nani na kakakra nani, after weeping, I went to see. And there he was sitting amongst the children, stretched his legs. I said, oh, so it was Parker. I went and brought him in, but I always make sure he never sees me crying over his challenges. I made sure he never saw me crying.
I wish it could be different. I mean, everything anybody goes through either makes or breaks them. I know mine made me, but I wish it could be different.
When he was growing up, let's say 5, 6, 7, 8, growing up, primary school, I would ask him, how do you feel if you go to school? Everyone loves me, Mom. I'm happy. But one day, when I was taking him to school, I asked him, how do you feel about yourself? He never said anything, but he bowed his head. When he lifted his head, I saw tears. I saw tears.
St. John's was the problem. I'm not sure. You see, I am saying this now, and then all that I went through made me strong. But I don't want to go through it again. Nobody ever wants to go through that. St. John's was a good school. Boarding school from class 1. They had kids, babies in boarding school. I started in class 6 over there. The very next day, I was given a name. That's Agyei-Agyemang. Agyei-Agyemang wasn't because of my leg. It's because I made a mistake with a word. I was supposed to say atre in Chi, and I'm a Fanti, and in Fanti we say atter, and they were all Chi guys, so they had atter name. So that was it. The actual problem started with 2 guys, twins. Oh God. They found pleasure in teasing me. That, up till now, I don't understand. It wasn't their job. They didn't make it their job, but every single day when they meet me, they have to tease me. Mandatory. They have to tease me. It was tough. It was so tough. I complained to my sister every time. I don't know. I felt she didn't believe it, or even if she did, she thought it's part of school life. I didn't like it. And apart from Agyei-Agyemang, they made it sound as if it's because of my leg that I got that name, though they'll explain it to people sometimes. They give me other names like Pulele. I don't know if you remember Terrible Nchaka. You know, the Pulele song, he raised his leg. Good. They give me a name like that. Even when Agyei-Agyemang was so popular, they made songs for me to tease me. Jesus, every day, every single day. And I was so sad, I was so angry. I needed a way to make them stop. So I had to do something. Be a part of the robbers. Don't rob your house. So I have to be a part of them. Whatever they do, I need to figure out how I'm going to do something. That was the problem. I shouldn't have felt as if I needed to be a part of the things that I didn't feel like being a part of to feel good about myself. But that was the only way out. If I think about it, if I had another chance, I'd do the same thing. That period was hard. So tough. The period I cried the most. The period I complained the most. The period I maybe was rejected the most.